chosen one. Today, I am not speaking to the ordinary. I am speaking to the extraordinary. The one whom heaven has been watching. The one whom God has been shaping, molding, and preparing. Today, you have impressed even God. Yes, you heard me right. Your faith, your obedience, your perseverance, it has reached the throne of heaven. The angels themselves are celebrating over what you have done. The works of your hands, the integrity of your heart, the purity of your devotion, it has touched the very heart of God. Do you understand what this means? This is not a small commendation. This is divine recognition. This is a moment when your prayers, your sacrifices, your tears, and your relentless determination are not just noticed, they are honored. When you chose to walk in righteousness, even when the world mocked, even when your own strength failed, God took note. When you held on, even when your faith was tested beyond measure, God leaned forward to watch you. Today, your obedience has opened doors that no one can shut. Today, your diligence has released favor that will overflow for generations. Chosen one, do not underestimate what you have done. Every act of kindness you performed, every seed of faith you planted, every time you stood for truth and refused to compromise, all of it has been recorded in the book of life. And today, the Lord is saying, "This is my chosen, my faithful servant. Today, you have impressed me." Do you feel the weight of that declaration? Do you feel the anointing rising upon you? The mantle of favor settling on your life? Your breakthrough is not coming tomorrow. It is already being prepared. Your doors are opening. Your blessings are aligning. But remember, God is not just impressed by results. He is impressed by faithfulness, humility, and perseverance. He sees your heart, not just your hands. He honors your willingness to keep walking, even when the path is dark, even when the road seems endless. So rise up, chosen one. Lift your head, lift your hands, and receive the divine commendation that is rightfully yours. Step boldly into the assignment God has given you. Walk with confidence, because today your faith has moved heaven. Today your life is a testimony. Today even God is smiling at you. Never forget this. When you are faithful in the little, God entrusts you with the greater. When you honor His ways, He honors you in ways that no human eye can see and no human hand can touch. You are the chosen, the anointed, the one who has impressed God today. And the best part, this is only the beginning. Your destiny is being written in heaven. And nothing, I repeat, nothing can stop it. Chosen one, understand this truth with all the clarity of heaven. God is watching. Not just casually observing from afar, but leaning forward, focused intently on your every step, your every choice, your every act of faith. Many live their lives thinking that God is distant, thinking that their efforts go unnoticed, believing that He only notices the grand achievements or the spectacular miracles. But I tell you today, it is not the size of the app that impresses God. It is the faithfulness, the consistency, the sincerity of your heart that captures His attention. Every time you chose obedience, when the world pressured you to compromise, every time you spoke truth when silence was easier, every time you loved when bitterness whispered in your ear, God saw it. He recognized it. Your faithfulness, even in the smallest matters, is written in the book of life, noted by angels and celebrated in heaven. Do not underestimate the power of what you have done. You might think that your everyday decisions, your small acts of obedience, your patient waiting are invisible. But in reality, they are shaping your destiny. God is impressed not by the applause of men, but by the quiet faithfulness that no one else sees. When you stayed true to His word despite ridicule, when you trusted His timing even though your heart screamed impatience, when you held fast to His promises even though circumstances were threatening to pull you down, all of that was noticed in the courts of heaven. Angels were assigned to observe, to record, to rejoice, and even to prepare openings for the blessings that your faithfulness will unlock. Faithfulness is not always easy. There are days when your spirit is tired, when your mind questions the journey, when it feels like your prayers are bouncing off the ceiling. It is in those moments that your faithfulness becomes the loudest testimony. God is not merely impressed by easy obedience or effortless devotion. No, it is the steadfastness trials, the loyalty in waiting seasons, the unwavering commitment in the face of adversity that moves the heart of God. When you choose to honor God with your time, your energy, your resources, and your love, even when no one is watching, even when the reward seems distant, you are demonstrating a spiritual maturity that heaven cannot ignore. Recognize that this divine recognition is not something you earn in the conventional sense. It is not a merit system based on perfection. God sees your heart. He understands your struggles, and He honors the genuine pursuit of righteousness. Your mistakes, your failures, your moments of doubt, they do not diminish the value of your faithfulness. Rather, it is your resilience to return, to rise, and to continue walking in obedience that impresses Him most. You are being watched not just for the success of your actions, but for the posture of your heart, the alignment of your will with His. Heaven celebrates when a human being chooses faith over fear, integrity over compromise, and persistence over surrender. And as God recognizes your faithfulness, understand that recognition is never passive. Divine recognition moves, it opens doors, it releases favor, it triggers alignment in the spiritual and natural realms. The very act of God noticing you today means that your life is entering a new season of acceleration. Opportunities you never imagined, connections you never anticipated, blessings you never expected are already being arranged in your favor. Your faithfulness has a ripple effect, touching not only your life, but the lives of those around you, your family, your community, and even generations to come. You are chosen for a reason. You are being prepared for a purpose that requires unwavering faith. God's eyes are upon you, not out of mere interest, but because your faithfulness is creating the foundation for extraordinary works that only heaven can accomplish through you. Every decision you have made in alignment with God, every act of obedience, every moment you refuse to compromise has impressed Him. It is recorded, it is celebrated, it is paving the way for the manifestation of your destiny in ways that will astonish you, encourage you, and confirm to the world that heaven indeed works through those who remain faithful. Chosen one, let me tell you something that the world often overlooks. Success is not the measure of a life. Integrity and perseverance are many chase results. Many run after recognition, and many measure their worth by achievements and applause. But God is impressed by something far deeper. He is impressed by a heart that remains steadfast, a soul that refuses compromise, and a spirit that endures even when the storms rage and the nights grow dark. Integrity is more than doing what is right when it is easy. It is doing what is right when it costs you, when no one is watching, when the temptation to bend, to cut corners, or to compromise seems almost unbearable. And perseverance is the companion of integrity. It is the determination to keep moving forward even when every step feels heavy, even when the road is long, even when hope seems distant. Do you understand the power of this? Integrity is a light in the darkness. It is a beacon that guides your life through uncertainty. When you refuse to betray your values, refuse to abandon your principles, you are building a foundation that cannot be shaken. Every act of honesty, every decision to stand for truth, every moment of moral courage is a stone laid in the structure of your destiny. And perseverance ensures that these stones are not wasted. Perseverance makes sure that your integrity is not temporary, not conditional, not fleeting, but permanent. It carries you through trials, through delays, through disappointments, and through seasons when it feels as if nothing is moving. Many people fail not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack persistence and integrity. The world applauds clever shortcuts, but shortcuts do not produce lasting fruit. Integrity produces fruit that remains. Perseverance produces results that cannot be stolen, borrowed, or taken away. When you remain faithful to your principles, when you continue on the path God has set before you, despite obstacles, You are storing treasures in heaven and preparing the way for supernatural favor. God honors those who endure, those who persevere, and those who refuse to compromise their standards. Perseverance is not passive waiting, it is active faith. It is moving forward even when the outcome is unseen. It is stepping into the unknown with confidence in God's promises. Many give up because they do not see immediate results, because they feel ignored, because the world seems indifferent. But the truth is, the world may be blind, the people may be unaware, but God sees every effort, every act of faithfulness, every step you take in alignment with His Word. Perseverance is what distinguishes the ordinary from the extraordinary. It is what transforms trials into testimonies and struggles into victories. And integrity, oh, the power of integrity. It is the magnet that draws divine favor. When your character is upright, when your word is trustworthy, when your actions match your values, doors open that no human strength can force. Opportunities align. People are drawn to your life, and circumstances begin to bend in your favor. Integrity protects you when the storms come, preserves your testimony when the world attacks, and ensures that your blessings are lasting. Never forget this. Perseverance and integrity are inseparable. Integrity without perseverance will falter under pressure. Perseverance without integrity may achieve temporary success, but will crumble under scrutiny. When combined, they produce a life that not only impresses God, but also inspires men, impacts communities, and changes the course of generations. Every act of steadfastness, every decision to honor God above all else, every refusal to compromise in the face of temptation is creating momentum in your life. Momentum that carries blessings, favor, and divine opportunities. Momentum that ensures that your destiny, your calling, and your purpose cannot be denied. Today, the call is clear. Remain steadfast, remain faithful, remain true. Let your integrity guide your actions, and let your perseverance carry you through every trial. The world may not understand it, people may not acknowledge it, but heaven sees it. Heaven honors it, and heaven rewards it. Your life built on these unshakable principles will stand as a testimony of God's power, God's faithfulness, and God's plan for the one who refuses to compromise and refuses to quit. Chosen one, listen closely, for what I am about to say is not ordinary. It is a declaration of destiny. You have walked faithfully, persevered with integrity, and obeyed God's calling even when the path seemed uncertain. And now, heaven is ready to move on your behalf. There is a divine favor that surrounds your life, a supernatural alignment that no human eye can see, no human hand can create, and no circumstance can hinder. This favor is not random. It is earned through obedience, fortified by perseverance, and activated by faith. It is the favor that opens doors where there were walls, that releases blessings where there were blocks, and that brings breakthroughs that the world cannot comprehend. Do you understand the significance of this? Heaven itself is orchestrating circumstances to align with your faithfulness. Every step you have taken, every prayer you have lifted, every seed of faith you have planted is being multiplied in ways that will astonish you. This is the season when the waiting ends, when the favor you have carried silently becomes visible, when the breakthrough that seemed distant suddenly arrives. The promises of God are not idle. They are active, moving invisibly to manifest in your life. And your obedience has positioned you perfectly to receive them. Breakthroughs are never by accident. They are by design. When God sees a life that has remained faithful despite trials, a heart that has not wavered despite delays, and a spirit that continues to trust despite storms, He moves in unprecedented ways. He begins to open doors that no one can close, to create connections that no one can sever, to release resources that no one can withhold. This is the favor that multiplies your efforts, that accelerates your progress, and that transforms your season of waiting into a season of overwhelming victory. Many wonder why some people seem to receive blessings effortlessly, while others struggle endlessly. The answer lies in divine favor. Favor is the supernatural edge that heaven gives to the obedient, the faithful, the chosen. It is the invisible hand that aligns circumstances, attracts allies, and positions opportunities. When God is pleased with your faithfulness, even obstacles become stepping stones. Even challenges become launching pads, and even delays become divine preparation for something greater than you imagined. This favor cannot be bought, it cannot be forced, and it cannot be earned by mere human effort. It is granted by heaven to those who walk in alignment with God's will. Heavenly favor is not just about material blessings or visible success. It is about divine alignment. It is about being in the right place at the right time, speaking the right words, encountering the right people, and receiving divine insight exactly when you need it. Every breakthrough begins with favor. Every answered prayer is guided by favor. Every miraculous turn of events in your life is a result of God's favor moving on your behalf. Your life is now entering a season where this favor will no longer be hidden. It will manifest openly, visibly, and powerfully. Understand that breakthroughs often come after seasons of testing, after periods of waiting, and after trials that seemed insurmountable. Your faithfulness during those times is what positions you for the manifestation of God's promises. When you refused to give up, when you held on to hope, when you continued to act in faith, even when everything seemed contrary, you activated the very favor that will now release breakthroughs in your life. Every struggle you endured, every tear you shed, and every act of patience is the soil in which your breakthrough is rooted. Today, the angels are working on your behalf. Unseen forces are aligning to lift you, and heaven is orchestrating the divine appointments that will propel you forward. Your breakthrough is coming in finances, in relationships, in health, in opportunities, and in spiritual favor. God is setting the stage for doors that you thought were closed to swing open. He is releasing the anointing for new beginnings and extraordinary accomplishments. What seemed impossible is now inevitable. What was delayed is now due. What was blocked is now being released. And your life will testify to the power of divine favor and breakthroughs that only heaven can provide. Chosen one, hear me carefully, for this is a truth that can change the trajectory of your life. God does not measure you merely by the results you produce, the accolades you earn, or the milestones you achieve. He looks deeper. He sees the heart behind your actions, the intention behind your effort, and the motive behind your pursuit. Many live in constant pressure, believing that success is defined by outcomes. But God is impressed by the condition of your heart, not just the performance of your hands. It is the heart of obedience, the heart of love, the heart of humility, and the heart of faith that captures His attention and invites His favor. Do you understand what this means? It means that even when your plans do not unfold as you expected, even when your efforts seem to go unnoticed, even when results are delayed or fail to appear, God is still attentive. He sees your devotion when no one else does. He notices your integrity when the world overlooks it. He values your humility when others seek applause. Your heart matters more than your resume, more than your achievements, more than the visible proofs of success. God knows the difference between a life motivated by selfish ambition and a life motivated by obedience and love. And it is the latter that He delights in. Many people measure their worth by what they accomplish, but this is a dangerous trap. Results can fluctuate, seasons can change, circumstances can fail, but the heart, when aligned with God, remains constant and is the true indicator of spiritual maturity. When you act out of love, faith, and obedience, your efforts carry eternal weight, even if the immediate outcomes seem small. God sees every act of kindness you performed quietly, every prayer you lifted in secret, every sacrifice you made without recognition, and every step you took in faith when the path was unclear. These are the treasures that heaven values, treasures that produce eternal fruit, and treasures that position you for long-lasting favor. Your heart determines the quality of your life, far more than any external result. You may have talents, gifts, and opportunities, but without a pure heart, your achievements can be hollow. On the other hand, a heart aligned with God, even in modest circumstances, produces influence, impact, and blessings far beyond human comprehension. Heaven rewards faithfulness of heart with divine openings, supernatural favor, and breakthroughs that cannot be manufactured by effort alone. The heart is the source of true power, the seed of miracles, and the root of destiny. When you prioritize heart over results, you walk in freedom. You are no longer enslaved to expectations, comparison, or the fear of failure. You can act boldly, give generously, love unconditionally, and serve wholeheartedly, because your measure is not in what men say or in temporary success, but in the approval of God. And when God approves, the results follow in ways that surpass human understanding. The heart aligned with God produces actions that are effective not by human skill, but by divine empowerment. And the favor of heaven is drawn to it automatically. This is why perseverance in integrity matters so much. God honors hearts that are loyal even when circumstances seem unrewarding. He elevates those who remain faithful when no one notices. Your unseen labor, your quiet devotion, your consistent obedience, all of it is planting seeds that will produce a harvest beyond what the eye can see. Do not be discouraged by delayed results or by lack of recognition. Your heart has already impressed God. It is your heart, not the temporary outcome, that determines your eternal significance and the depth of your blessings. Remember, chosen one, the greatest examples in the Bible were often honored not for immediate success, but for hearts that pleased God. Abraham, who obeyed before he saw fulfillment. Joseph, who remained righteous despite betrayal. Daniel, who served faithfully in captivity. Mary, who gave her life to God's plan. All of them demonstrate that God values heart over results. When your heart aligns with heaven, your life becomes a living testimony of faith, obedience, and divine approval. And no power on earth can undo what God has seen and blessed. The world may chase results, applause, and recognition, but you are called to a higher standard, a heart that honors God above all else. When you choose heart over results, you step into a life that is both rewarded in heaven and effective on earth. A life that moves mountains, changes destinies, and carries influence beyond measure. Your heart matters more than any outcome, and God is watching, smiling, and ready to elevate the one who chooses heart over results. Chosen one, hear the call of heaven today, for it is not a gentle whisper, but a roar that demands your attention. Rise up and step into the destiny God has prepared for you. too often, people live in fear, hesitation, and doubt, waiting for perfect conditions or for someone else to clear the path. But the truth is that destiny favors the bold. The assignment that God has placed on your life requires courage, faith, and a willingness to move forward even when the road is uncertain. The Lord is saying to you today, chosen one, your time has come. Do not shrink back. Do not delay. The plans I have for you are greater than you have imagined. And I am calling you to walk boldly into them. Boldness is not arrogance. It is faith in action. It is trusting God so fully that fear loses its grip. It is stepping into your calling with the assurance that heaven has already gone before you. Every moment of hesitation, every second of doubt is a moment that your destiny could be delayed. And heaven is urging you to move with confidence. Boldness is required because destiny is not passive. It demands action. The dreams, the visions, the purposes God has placed within you are waiting for you to claim them with courage. You must rise above fear, above criticism, and above the opinions of others and step into the divine plan with unwavering faith. Understand, chosen one, that God has not called you to mediocrity or to a life of smallness. He has called you to a purpose that will impact nations, change generations, and bring glory to His name. Your destiny is unique, divinely assigned, and strategically timed. The challenges you have faced, the battles you have fought, and the trials you have endured have been preparing you for this very moment. Every obstacle was not meant to defeat you, but to strengthen you, to sharpen you, and to teach you the skills, resilience, and spiritual authority you will need to walk boldly in your assignment. Walking boldly in destiny also requires obedience. You cannot step forward on your own terms or according to your timing. God's timing is perfect and His direction is infallible. Boldness without alignment to God can lead to pride or missteps. But boldness in submission to His guidance releases supernatural favor, divine protection, and unshakable confidence. Heaven opens doors for them. One who moves in faith, and your obedience is the key that unlocks the manifestations of your destiny. When God sees that you are ready, willing, and fearless, He positions opportunities, connects you with the right people, and provides resources beyond human comprehension. Do not fear mistakes, setbacks, or failures, for they are part of the journey. Even when the path seems unclear, God's hand is guiding you. Boldness is trusting Him enough to move when you cannot see the entire staircase. It is stepping into assignments that may seem beyond your strength, because you know that the one who called you is faithful to equip you. Remember, the heroes of faith did not achieve greatness by playing it safe. They took risks. They acted on vision, and they moved despite uncertainty, and in doing so, they fulfilled the purposes of God in remarkable ways. Your destiny is intertwined with divine favor, heavenly alignment, and spiritual authority. God has chosen you for this season, and the world is waiting for what you will release. Boldness is the key that transforms potential into reality, faith into manifestation, and vision into tangible outcomes. Do not allow fear, doubt, or hesitation to hold you back. Do not compare your journey to others, for your calling is unique and your destiny cannot be replicated. Every step you take in bold obedience strengthens your position in God's plan, accelerates your breakthrough, and confirms the assignment heaven has given you. Rise, chosen one, and take your place. Speak with authority, act with courage, and walk in confidence, for God has impressed even heaven with your faithfulness and obedience. The world may not yet understand. The circumstances may seem daunting, and opposition may appear strong, but your destiny is unstoppable. You are chosen, you are appointed, and you are equipped. Boldness is your weapon, faith is your shield, and obedience is your pathway to the fulfillment of God's extraordinary plan for your life. Chosen one, as we draw this message to a close, hear the voice of heaven speaking directly to you. You are so. You are seen, you are honored, and you are chosen today. Your faithfulness has reached the throne of God. Your integrity, perseverance, and obedience have impressed heaven. Your heart, steadfast and pure, has mattered more than any visible success. Your life is aligned with divine favor, and breakthroughs are already being released in your season. Do not underestimate the power of what you have done. For every act of faith, every moment of obedience, every decision to rise above fear, part of a divine tapestry being woven by God Himself. Now is the time to rise boldly into your destiny. Step forward with confidence, knowing that heaven has prepared the way. Angels are assigned to guide you, and every obstacle that once seemed insurmountable is now your stepping stone. The favor of God is surrounding you. The doors of opportunity are swinging open, and the promises of God are becoming your reality. Remember, your heart matters above all. Your faithfulness is your testimony, and your boldness is your key to the fulfillment of your divine assignment. Chosen one, do not wait another moment. Do not shrink back in fear or hesitation. Move forward in faith, act in courage, and embrace the destiny that God has designed for you. You are not ordinary. You are extraordinary. You are not overlooked. You are chosen. You have impressed God, and now the world will witness the power of His favor working through your life. Your season has arrived. Your breakthrough is here. Your destiny is unstoppable, and nothing can prevent what heaven has ordained for you. Rise, chosen one. Rise and walk into the fullness of your God-given purpose. For today, heaven celebrates you, and tomorrow, the world will witness the greatness of the one who has been faithful, bold, and